Okay, let's unpack this. We live in a world just brimming with advice, right? How to live, how to thrive, how to define ourselves. It can feel like you're swimming in information overload.
Absolutely. So much noise out there.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into some really direct, really no holds barred perspectives on what it means to be a real man.
Uh-huh.
And specifically looking at it through the lens of, well, financial responsibility. These aren't gentle nudges we're talking about.
No, definitely not. And what's fascinating, I think, is how these conversations, they just directly challenge a lot of common modern narratives.
Right.
Instead of, ambiguity or shades of gray, they offer this very specific, almost unapologetic blueprint for personal accountability and ultimately for growth.
And our source material for this deep dive, it's two pretty powerful YouTube podcasts from the Be Empowered Media channel.
That's right. We've got Podcast 30, Act Like a Real Freaking Man, slightly raw.
Slightly raw, yeah.
And Podcast 31, Men, Get Your Freaking Money Right.
Exactly. And the creator, they promise raw, unfiltered, and blunt. And, well, they absolutely deliver, sometimes with some pretty strong language.
They really do. No punches pulled.
So our mission today is basically to distill the core ideas, the core philosophy, and the practical advice from this creator. We're going to explore their definition of a real man, really dig into it, and delve deep into how they see financial stewardship as like a critical pillar of manhood.
Yeah, that connection is key.
And then, importantly, we'll compare and contrast the messages across these two deep dives, see where they align, where they diverge.
And ultimately, maybe consider how these perspectives might shape or maybe just reflect current cultural expectations, maybe pressures on men today.
Exactly. So are you ready to dive into this pretty powerful no excuses viewpoint?
Let's do it.
The creator's blueprint for a real man beyond excuses.
Okay, so right out of the gate, the creator just hits you with it. No easing in, you're a man, so act like it. It's immediate. It's a challenge.
Yeah, sets the tone instantly.
What's the absolute foundation they lay down first? What does act like it even mean in this context?
Well, it really is the cornerstone of their whole philosophy.
Yeah.
This absolute, unequivocal dismissal of victimhood.
Right. No blaming.
None.
Yeah.
The creator makes it crystal clear. A real man just doesn't blame external factors, period. So no blaming parents, no blaming your ex, the government, the job market.
Even the universe, they say.
Exactly. It's this potent, direct message. You're not a victim. You're a man. Start acting like one. It's like a command, really. Complete and total responsibility on the individual.
And they give that example, right? If you're waking up at noon, bumming around.
Yeah, spending your last $50 on fast food and video games, the creator says very bluntly, you're not struggling, you're undisciplined.
Wow, that just gets right through any external narrative.
It really does. It demands this radical self-ownership. True struggle, in their view, is met with action, not, just complaining about it.
That's a really confrontational starting point.
Yeah.
And from there, they pinpoint this specific enemy, but it's kind of quiet, isn't it? Insidious.
It is. Laziness. It's painted as this silent assassin of potential.
Not like a big dramatic villain.
No, it just creeps in, whispering things like, just 5 more minutes in bed, or I'll do it tomorrow.
We've all been there.
Oh, totally. But the creator stresses that this isn't harmless procrastination. They say it's how men ruin their lives, one lazy excuse at a time.
So it's not just about skipping chores.
No, it's framed as a fundamental betrayal, a betrayal of your purpose, your potential. It's choosing comfort over the struggle needed for growth. It's like a slow, self-inflicted kind of decay.
Okay, so if laziness is the enemy, what's the flip side? What are men supposed to be doing? What's the opposite action?
The creator's very clear on this. Men were made to build, not to coast, to lead, not to sit back.
That's a strong statement. Build and lead.
And it's not just like a nice saying. It's presented as fundamental. Like, not having ambition isn't just missing out. It's deviating from your basic nature.
So it's an internal drive they're talking about.
Exactly. An internal imperative. And choosing comfort over growth. That's a path to failure. Not just for you, but in relationships, too.
And they have that line about relationships.
Oh, yeah. Very direct. No woman wants a lazy man, period. Challenges the idea that a woman should carry a grown man who won't carry himself.
They call it parenting, not partnership.
Right. It's one-sided. The implication is a real woman wants a partner to build with, not a project to fix.
That's a very clear line. Okay, so beyond ditching victimhood and conquering laziness, what other core qualities are essential, non-negotiables for manhood?
Courage versus cowardice. That's a big one. They acknowledge being scared is human, right? That happens.
Sure.
But living in fear, that's labeled weakness. Cowards, they say, avoid challenges, back down, stay silent when they should speak up.
And miss opportunities because of it.
Exactly. And the creator poses that really challenging question. If you don't have the guts to face adversity, then how do you expect to lead a family, grow a business, or protect what you love?
Yeah, that hits hard.
And it's not about, like, Hollywood heroics.
No Rambo stuff.
Right. It's the daily grind kind of courage. Waking up at 5 a.m. when no one's watching. Making hard decisions, even unpopular ones. Saying, I'm tired, but I'm showing up anyway.
It's that consistent action despite how you feel.
That's it. Showing up. That's the real mark of courage here.
Motivation is optional. Discipline is required. I mean, that line just sticks with you. It cuts through needing to feel like it.
It really does.
How does that tie into the forward-thinking piece? Planning, building for the future.
Well, that idea of discipline being non-negotiable, it's critical to the whole blueprint. A real man, they say, doesn't just live for the weekend. That's passive, short-sighted.
Just waiting for escape.
Exactly. Instead, a real man plans, he prepares, he builds something that outlives him. It's proactive.
And they contrast that with living check to check.
Oh, yeah. No savings, no investments, no backup plan. The creator calls that gambling with your future like it's a dice game.
Calls it reckless.
That's reckless, yeah. And the consequences aren't just personal. It affects your woman, your kids, your legacy. It's a stark warning about how today's lack of foresight can damage the future for everyone around you.
Which leads right into leadership in the home. They're specific about being the head of the house, but they clarify what it isn't too.
Very specific. It's carefully clarified. Not the dictator, not the boss, the leader.
That distinction feels important.
It's vital. It separates leadership from just being authoritarian. Leadership here is about setting the tone, being the emotional anchor, stable, calm, being the financial provider, ensuring security, and the consistent protector.
Always safeguarding.
Right. And the creator stresses you shouldn't need your wife to beg you to handle business. She shouldn't have to carry the load alone.
So no abdicating responsibility.
None. And the warning is stark. If you're not leading the house will lead you straight into chaos. And that chaos is on you. It really emphasizes active, consistent, selfless responsibility.
And a huge part of this leadership, they argue, is growth. Continuous growth. Not a one-and-done thing. What does that look like day to day?
It's framed as mandatory, not optional, not a luxury. Mandatory. Improving daily somehow. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically.
Even small steps.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be huge leaps, but has to be real progress. The creator says, you can't keep showing up as the same version of yourself year after year and expect new results. That's insanity.
You hear that a lot, the definition of insanity.
Right, and it's presented as this active daily choice. You're either evolving or eroding. Choose one.
Evolving or eroding. Wow.
It means owning mistakes, learning, adapting, constantly sharpening yourself, looking at who you were yesterday and saying, that guy's not enough anymore, committing to relentless self-improvement.
Almost obsessive about it.
Yeah, that's the vibe, a refusal to be average.
So if you bring all these qualities together, the responsibility, the courage, the leadership, the growth, how does that translate to how a man presents himself? It seems like it's way less about talk and much more about action.
Totally. Action over words, almost militantly so. Stop posting quotes and start living them.
Don't just say grind time and hit snooze.
Exactly. Don't talk legacy if you can't hold a job. And then there's that cold truth. This world doesn't respect weak men.
Ooh.
It respects men who do what they say, protect what they love, and build what matters. If a man's always in crisis, always needing help but never offering it, never in control, they become dead weight.
People feel it, they say.
Yeah, people sense that lack of agency. So the goal, the aspiration, is to be the man others can count on, not the man they have to clean up after.
Requires structure, goals.
Structure, goals, a supportive brotherhood, men who hold you accountable, not enable laziness, and a vision bigger than parties, hookups, and likes.
Because when that fades...
What's left? Exactly.
Oh.
The ultimate benchmark is being the kind of man your son wants to be, your daughter trusts, your woman feels safe with. And that doesn't just happen. You build that. You earn that every single day.
Relentless about getting better.
Obsessed with progress. Committed to never being average. The time for excuses. Over.
Financial stewardship is a pillar of manhood. Getting your money right.
Okay, so building on that foundation of responsibility, the creator dedicates a whole deep dive to financial discipline. Men, get your freaking money right.
Yeah, really zeroes in.
And they start by tackling that common, saying, money isn't everything, right? Kind of preempting an excuse.
Yes, absolutely. They call it a half-truth used by people who don't have their financial lives together.
Pretty blunt.
And then they hit you with, you know what else doesn't buy happiness? Being broke. It just makes that connection between financial stress and lack of planning totally explicit.
Paints that picture of the mailbox full of bills.
Yeah, red letters because you didn't plan, you didn't grind, and you thought you could coast. It shows that while money might not buy happiness, being broke sure can cause a lot of unhappiness.
So financial stability isn't optional for them.
Not at all. It's critical. Real men don't coast. They confront their financial responsibilities like a real man. It's part of self-respect, part of being effective.
And what's fascinating is how they link it directly to dignity. It's not just about having cash, it's about self-worth.
That's a really crucial elevation of the message. They stress, nobody's coming to save you, not your job, girlfriend, parents, the system.
It's all on you.
It's all on you. Crystal clear. The core idea is a man's financial discipline, his command over his money, is directly tied to his dignity.
Doesn't mean being a millionaire, though.
No, it's about competence. Knowing how to earn, manage, multiply, and protect what you do make. Being financially irresponsible isn't just being broke. It compromises your dignity, your ability to provide, your standing. It's almost a moral imperative.
Okay, so if financial discipline equals dignity, what are the core actions, the non-negotiables? They break it down into 3 pillars, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Very clear roadmap. Making money, saving money, and growing money. And they're emphatic. If you're not doing all 3, you're behind, and you need to man up and get your crap together ASAP.
No wiggle room there.
None. It's a mandate.
Let's break those down. Making money first. What's the core message there?
It's basically get income flowing. A job, a hustle, a career, something. They don't care if it's construction or coding. Money doesn't fall from the sky.
No entitlement to comfort.
Right. Requires work. A man without income is walking on shaky ground. And it's not just having a job. It's always sharpening your skill set, learning more, positioning for raises, promotions, expansion.
Always improving the trajectory.
Exactly. The question isn't just what you make now, but are you moving in the right direction? Constant upward momentum.
Okay, pillar 2, saving money. What's the focus here?
It's twofold. Saving for rainy days, emergencies, and for sunny days, opportunities.
Rainy days make sense. Car breaks down, job loss.
Sick kid. It's stuff that needs financial resources to deal with it. Being unprepared is self-sabotage. But the sunny days are just as important.
Opportunities.
Yeah, a business deal, property deal, market dip for investing. The creator says most broke dudes miss both rainy and sunny days because they've got nothing saved.
Emergencies are expensive. Missed opportunities maybe more so.
That's the line. So the advice is practical. Stack up cash, build a 6-month emergency fund, preferably in a high-yield savings account. Keep some cash liquid for that safety net.
That high-yield account just means better interest, right? Smart, basic habit.
Exactly. Foundational security and flexibility.
And the 3rd pillar, growing money. This is about making money work for you.
Right. Letting your money work while you sleep, moving beyond just trading time for money. And the advice is specific. Steer clear of chasing individual stocks or day trading.
Too risky.
Seems to be the implication. Instead, they recommend investing in index funds that pay dividends.
Okay, break that down simply. Index funds, dividends.
So an index fund is like buying tiny pieces of lots of companies at once, maybe tracking the whole market or a big sector.
Yeah.
Spreads the risk.
Diversification.
Exactly. And dividends. That's when companies pay out some profits to shareholders, often quarterly. So you get income just for holding the fund.
Passive income.
Passive income and freedom in motion, they call it. Money you didn't trade your time for. It's a long-term wealth-building strategy.
Seems like a solid individual plan. How does this extend into obligations, bills, marriage?
Oh, it's super direct. Be a man who pays his bills, period. Baseline responsibility, stop dodging payments, stop living off extensions and late fees, don't buy luxuries while your obligations go unmet, just handle your business.
Basic adulting, really.
Pretty much. And for married men, step up even more. Marriage is a financial partnership, teamwork. If the wife works, share responsibilities. If she doesn't,
Then the man leads.
lead with honor and strength. And crucially, not complain about pressure, rise under it, reinforces that provider role if that's the dynamic, and frames pressure as a challenge to meet, not whine about.
Okay, so what happens if a man doesn't get his money right? What are the consequences they lay out, not just financial?
The warning is severe. A man with no control over his money is a man with no control over his future. They paint this grim picture. The world will chew you up if you stay broke.
Sounds harsh.
It is. They argue people treat you differently, you'll settle for less in everything, constantly compromise, always feel small. It links financial lack directly to a diminished sense of self.
But the flip side.
The flip side is huge.
Yeah.
When your finances are in order, your confidence rises, your options grow, your peace expands. So the final call is man up and get your money right.
Not for status, but for...
Because your future, your family, and your freedom depends on it. And that final line, a real man doesn't chase money, he commands it.
Commands it. Wow, that implies strategy control.
Exactly. A proactive, almost kingly approach to your financial destiny.
Relationships, women, and the real man navigating modern dynamics.
Okay, so both deep dives touch on relationships, women, but with a very, very clear perspective. How does the creator suggest a man attracts the right partner, not just anyone?
Well, it ties right back into the self-improvement theme. The creator says, real men don't chase every woman. They attract the right one by becoming the right kind of man.
So it's internal focus first.
Exactly. Shift from external chasing to internal cultivation. They say, looks fade, hype fades, flash fades, all superficial stuff.
The temporary things.
Right. But the timeless qualities, competence, character, and control, that's what lasts. They argue most women want a man who's steady, not flashy.
Someone who pays bills, not just posts pictures.
Precisely. Someone who thinks long-term about retirement, insurance, legacy, not some guy who can't keep $500 safe. The bottom line, according to them, men with stability, goals, and consistency are always the ones women choose for the long haul. It's about demonstrating real value.
That's very direct about what's attractive long-term. Which brings up the flip side. What kind of women are men warned against? And this section was incredibly blunt.
Oh, incredibly, yeah. A major, very blunt warning against dating women who only want to be with you because you have money and because you are a good steward of your finances.
There's a difference, they say.
A critical difference between a woman who respects your grind and a woman who's trying to consume it. These women, they say, don't care about your heart, your values, or your future. It's all about access.
Access to what?
Access to your wallet, access to your car, access to your home, access to your lifestyle. The language gets really harsh here, warning they'll dump you if the money changes, calls them transactional, exploitative.
Uses terms like trifling women, parasites.
Yeah, extremely strong language, don't want to build with you, but will drain you, want to eat off you. It's a fierce warning against relationships based purely on finances. Vigilance is key.
Okay, given that intense warning, how does a man practically test her heart? That's the phrase they use. How do you avoid that exploitation?
The advice is, be wise, actively test her heart. It involves observation, intentional actions, watching how she acts when you set boundaries, seeing if she respects your financial discipline or if she gets offended when you won't splurge on nonsense.
Like little tests of character.
Exactly. Litmus tests. By contrast, a real woman, in their view, will support your vision, push you to invest, celebrate your discipline, and genuinely want to build something with you, not bleed you dry.
And the warning that follows.
Very potent. Don't let a pretty face destroy years of hard work. Don't throw that away for a woman who doesn't see your worth beyond your wallet. It's a call to protect your efforts and values.
So after defining the man, the virtues, the partners to avoid, what does a real woman actually need from a man? It's not perfection, right?
Right. They're realistic. There's no such thing as the perfect man. Men mess up. But they say a woman doesn't need you to be perfect. What she needs, what's controllable, is for him to be present, disciplined, clear-minded, and reliable.
The fundamentals.
The absolute fundamentals. And demonstrating just those qualities. That puts you ahead of half the men out here, they claim. Suggests the bar might be low sometimes.
And the summary of the relationship philosophy.
It's practical. Most women don't want a project. They want a partner, a man they can trust, build with, and lean on when life gets rough. And the implication is clear. If you can't be that man, don't expect a real woman to stick around. It's a call to be a reliable, contributing partner.
Comparing and contrasting the creator's messages and cultural relevance.
Okay, we've dug into a lot of specific, really direct ideas from both of these deep dives. Stepping back a bit, how do they overlap fundamentally? And where do they offer maybe distinct nuances?
Well, connecting it all, both podcasts definitely share that consistent, raw, unfiltered, and blunt style. Very motivational, very direct.
Yeah, the tone is unmistakable.
And they both absolutely champion personal accountability above everything, a total rejection of victimhood, no matter what.
That's the bedrock.
It really is.
Uh,
Podcast 30, Act Like a Real Freaking Man, that one's the broad foundation. It lays out the definition of manhood discipline, courage, leadership, forward thinking. Financial foresight is in there, but as one piece of the bigger picture.
it's about the whole man.
Exactly. Becoming holistically capable, responsible, taking command of your life.
And then podcast 31, the money one, it really zooms in, doesn't it? It takes that one piece and just drills down deep.
Precisely. Podcast 31, Get Your Frickin' Money Right, is like the tactical manual for the financial aspect. While 30 hints at financial prudence, 31 gives you the how.
The nitty-gritty.
Totally. The three pillars: making, saving, growing. Specific advice on index funds, dividends, practical stuff on bills, debt avoidance, and critically, it massively expands on the money relationship connection.
Those detailed warnings about certain partners.
Right, which were only hinted at in the broader advice in podcast 30. So one sets the character framework, the other gives the financial blueprint to embody it. They're really complementary. 31 is the practical application of 30's philosophy.
That makes sense. So looking bigger picture, what does this all mean culturally? How do these really direct conversations shape or maybe just reflect what's going on with expectations of men today?
Well, it definitely raises that important question about traditional versus modern masculinity, doesn't it? The creator is unequivocally reinforcing traditional male roles: provider, protector, leader of the household.
No ambiguity there.
None. They directly challenge what they see as modern weakness. Victim narratives, laziness, financial recklessness. There's this strong emphasis on a meritocratic view. You earn your success, your respect, no entitlement.
And the alpha idea is reframed.
Yeah, it's not about aggression or dominance in that kind of negative way.
Yeah.
It's reframed through disciplined confidence, reliability, self-control. It feels like a callback to a very specific set of older values, often positioned against perceived declines in male responsibility.
So it feels like these deep dives aren't just telling men what to do, but maybe tapping into a desire for clarity, a straightforward path in a confusing world.
Absolutely. I think the creator speaks very powerfully to a yearning for tangible action, for clear directives. The world feels complex, nuanced, full of conflicting messages about male identity.
And this offers.
This offers a very particular, very unapologetic vision of success and fulfillment. It's rooted in personal responsibility, hard work, a super practical approach to life, especially money and relationships.
So it resonates with people looking for answers.
Definitely. It resonates with those seeking clear-cut answers, a defined pathway amidst all the complex discussions about what it means to be a man today. It's a direct challenge to inaction, offering this rigid but actionable framework for self-mastery. It's a counter-narrative.
Wow. We have covered a significant amount today, from that unyielding definition of discipline and courage right through to the detailed, actionable steps for managing money and navigating relationships.
Yeah, a lot to process.
But the consistent thread, the powerful theme through both deep dives, it's that unwavering call to radical personal ownership and just continuous, relentless self-improvement.
And what's so fascinating and really highlights the urgency is that line they repeat. You're not too far gone, but you are on the clock.
Right. That hits hard.
It's not just motivational fluff. It's a stark reminder. Every wasted day, every delayed decision, you don't get that back. It's not about perfection, but relentless commitment to progress, starting now.
So for you listening, as you think about all this, the creator's final thought is definitely a challenging one. It's direct, unfiltered. Don't die as a man who could have been great. Get your stuff together, build something, lead something, be someone. The time for excuses is over. The time for greatness is right now.
Which really raises that final crucial question for you to take away today. In your own life, what specific immediate action, maybe even a small one, could you take this week based on these principles to truly take back your power, to move decisively towards becoming that version of yourself you say you want to be?
Something to definitely mull over, maybe even act on. Until our next deep dive, thanks for joining us.